A little bit of love. Yeah?
Good afternoon. I am Tawatia Washdewi. I am known as Lisa Marie Lyotte. Okay. I am from the Sichunga Lakota Oshpaye, the Rosebasu tribe. My mother is Roseanne Packard from St. Francis, South Dakota, where I grew up. My father is Niha Wu Grovan for Buffalo Run. He is known as Reuben Cochran. He is from the Fort Belknap Grovan tribe, the White Clay people. I am an enrolled member of the White Clay people, my father's tribe, but I grew up and live as a Sichunga Lakota. If the Tribal Law and Order Act had existed 16 years ago, my story would be very different. On May 15, 1994, I was living with my two daughters on the Rosebud Reservation. That night, I was violently beaten and raped. My little girls saw the assault and hid in the bedroom. I received medical treatment at the Indian Health Service hospital, but no doctors talked to me about the rape. I had to wait all night for someone to collect DNA. Tribal police suspected a local man, but no federal investigators interviewed me. Federal authorities declined to get involved because the attacker had not used a weapon. A few months later, the same man assaulted another woman. It wasn't until he raped a teenage girl that he was finally arrested and convicted. He was never prosecuted for raping me. The Tribal Law and Order Act will prevent cases like mine from slipping through the cracks. There will be standardized sexual assault policies and protocols at IHS facilities. Improved evidence collection will boost conviction rates. And expanded training of tribal enforcement officers will ensure that victims of domestic violence and sexual assault will be met by authorities who understand their cases. I am now an advocate for victims of sexual and domestic violence. I know the act will help tribes keep their communities safe. We thank the President for his remarkable leadership. It is now my honor to introduce President Obama.
Good thing. All right. Thank you, everybody. Please have a seat. I want to start, obviously, by thanking Lisa for her introduction and having the courage to share her story with all of us today. It's for every survivor like Lisa who's never gotten their day in court, and for every family that feels like justice is beyond reach, and for every tribal community struggling to keep its people safe, that I'll be signing the Tribal Law and Order Act into law today. And in doing so, I intend to send a clear message that all of our people, whether they live in our biggest cities or our most remote reservations, have the right to feel safe in their own communities and to raise their children in peace and enjoy the fullest protection of our laws.